Nobody taught you money. They showed you money through fear, silence, fighting, or flexing. And now you're wondering why you keep earning, then bleeding. Why savings feel painful. Why spending feels like therapy. Why money feels personal. It is. Hi, I'm Miss Muithathi. I make videos about money, personal finance, survival, and building something solid when life keeps throwing bills at you. Behind the scenes, I'm also trying to make sure my daughter's medication is fully covered. So this channel is part content and part real life. If this video gives you clarity, a strategy, or one uncomfortable but useful realization, consider buying me a coffee. It keeps this channel alive. Link below or scan the QR on the screen. Now, let's talk about the money conversation that nobody wants to have. Psychology. Not budgeting apps, not spreadsheets, not another cut Netflix lecture. Because your problem with money started way back before your first paycheck. Well, story time. Let's talk about where it all started. Let me take you way back into time. Not to school, not to your first job, to the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, the tense silence when bills came in. Let me ask you something. Did your parents whisper about money? Did they fight about it? Did they pretend it didn't exist? Or did they worship it like a god who never showed up on time? Because let me tell you something. When you were a kid, or kids in general, don't learn money from lessons. They absorb it from vibes. Raised voices, stress shopping, guilt, scarcity, or that one line you still hear in your head. Something like, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are corrupt. You might have heard, we can't afford that. I'm sure you've heard this, that don't tell anyone how much you earn. Congratulations. You see, that was your first finance class. Problem is, now you're grown, but your bank account is still reacting like a child. Let's decode that. Think of money scripts like background apps running your life. You didn't install them, but they're there draining the battery. Let's walk through the main ones. Your unconscious financial operating system. And be honest, this is a no judgment zone, mostly. 1, the money avoider. This one is the type that believes that wanting more money makes you greedy, selfish, or not spiritual enough. So if you're this type of person, you undercharge, you self-sabotage, and you say things like, I don't care about money, while you're busy stressing about rent. You see, money avoiders love being needed. On the other hand, they hate being paid. And this is because deep down, money to them feels like danger. If not danger, corruption, or even rejection. So success to them gets delayed. 2, the money worshipper. You see this one? They believe money will fix everything, or money can fix everything. May it be loneliness, insecurity, trauma, exhaustion, you name it. So, if you're this type of person, you chase and chase and chase. For you, there's no end to it. So you keep having new goals every month, new income targets, but at the end of the day, you're still anxious and still empty. You see, money worshippers confuse relief with healing. They keep thinking the next number will finally feel safe. It won't. Ask anybody already there. Now, let's go to the third category of people, the money status seeker. This one ties self-worth to net worth. If it looks good, it feels good. So you spend to be seen. This is where you'll find yourself dressing the part, living the lifestyle, even when your account is screaming. The fear here is being invisible, being ordinary, or being looked down on. So to these people, money becomes a costume. Now for the money vigilantes, okay, the vigilant. This is the responsible one. We all have those in our families. They tend to look like they are really responsible because they're always saving, they're always planning, and always anxious. Even when they're doing well, their nervous system keeps telling them it's not enough. So if you're this type of person, you keep preparing for disasters that may never come. Problem with that is you forget to live in the present. Mentally, you're always focused in the future that you're not even promised that you'll see. So for you, security becomes an obsession, and peace, on the other hand, stays out of reach. So, now, the last group are the people who see money as a river, proof of care. This one is sneaky and very dangerous. And this is because they use money as love, as loyalty, as proof or something, I don't know. So if you're this type of person, you lend, you give, you rescue, and quietly resent everyone who drains you. And this is because saying no feels like abandonment or guilt, or in some cases, being selfish. So your bank account becomes the emotional shock absorber for everyone else. Ask me how, I know. Let me tell you why these scripts stick. The things you learned about money when you were young, they stick because they were formed early, before logic, before income, before choice. Let me tell you something. You see scarcity? It creates fear-based saving or hoarding. Neglect, on the other hand, creates spending for validation. Instability creates control issues. Your brain was protecting you, even if the strategy expired years ago. So, with all that being said, how do you fix this? One thing is, it's not with shame, but with awareness and then boundaries. Let's get practical. You have to do it in steps. Step 1, discover your money story. This part is uncomfortable, but do it anyway. Sit down and write your earliest memory of money. It can be bills, shopping, school fees, arguments, silence, whatever it is. What did your parents say about rich people? About poor people? About something like debt? One thing I need to tell you, you need to get, is that you see money? It has a personality in your house. So you need to figure that personality out. Was it absent, scary, or loud? What was it? I don't know, find a way to figure it out and name it, because you can't change what you don't name. So name it. Step 2, identify self-sabotage patterns. Okay? Look at your behavior, not your intentions. Ask yourself, do you overspend when you're lonely? Do you avoid checking balances? Or do you sabotage progress just to keep relationships comfortable? Here's the real question. Let's say, if you stopped this behavior, what feeling would you have to sit with? Is it boredom, fear, loneliness, or guilt? And this is because money habits are emotional coping mechanisms in designer clothes. So, third step, buy nothing to buy freedom. You see this one right here? It flips everything. Saving is not deprivation. It's just delayed permission. Every shilling saved is time, options, breathing room. I need you to understand that minimalism is not about aesthetics. It's about you being in control. So it means when you stop buying things, you start buying peace. And future you says thank you. Of course, quietly with better sleep. Now, step 4, define your enough. A lot of people get lost here. Enough income, enough savings, enough lifestyle. Not compared to Instagram, but compared to your nervous system. You see, because chasing more, especially when you don't have a definition of whatever it is that you're after, only creates a bottomless pit for yourself. So when you know you're enough, that brings clarity, freedom, and most especially, enough is stopping the race. And yes, it's allowed to change. The last step, step 5, build your riverbanks. If you're a giver, listen carefully. Generosity without boundaries is self-betrayal. Always decide in advance what you fund, what you lend, and what you gift. Okay? Don't do impromptu stuff. So no emotional negotiations and no guilt math. A river needs banks or it floods everything, including you. Let's zoom out. Understand, wealth is behavior, not brilliance. Consistency beats genius. Time beats timing. Luck matters, risk exists, and ego is expensive. Small habits compound, so do small mistakes. And your time horizon changes everything. Long-term thinkers panic less. Short-term thinkers burn out fast. This is why rich people always look calm and stressed people always look busy. Here's where I get blunt. Most of us were taught money by broken systems and stressed out adults. Not textbooks or mentors. No. That's why I created Who Taught You Money. Not another budget, a psychological reset. It helps you trace back your money behaviors to their roots so that you stop fighting symptoms and start fixing causes. The link is in the description. Start there if this video hit a nerve. And yes, if you're building anything online, email is still king. I use ConvertKit. Nowadays they call it Kit. It keeps your audience close, your income less fragile, and your ideas owned. If you want to set up that properly, my affiliate link is also below. It supports this channel and my future self. Let me leave you with this. Your relationship with money is a relationship, okay? It responds to honesty, boundaries, and self-respect. So you don't need more motivation. All you need right now is awareness. And of course, courage. Okay? If this helped, buy me a coffee. If it challenged you, sit with it. If it exposed something, good. That's where the change starts. See you in the next one.